I am going live. I'm going to wait for a few people to show up, but today I want to talk about how to become a lights out passer. I'd like to share some advice, share some things that I learned in passing in serve receive, answer any questions that you guys might have in serve receive, and by the end, hopefully get you to join up with our serve receive masterclass that we have going for the next 5 weeks. So I do want to talk about passing. I want to answer any questions that you guys have right now. And if you want to get involved, go ahead and ask any passing question you want. I know that when I was coming up, and still, all I wanted to have was secrets, because I always thought that, like, wait a second, I was playing club volleyball at the University of Delaware, and then I went to George Mason University, and we're doing warm-ups. We're doing like hitting lines, and people were taking their serve receive, and I saw a couple of the liberos from like California schools, right? They were just everything, and they had that kind of cocky libero California swagger. But what really always stood out about those guys was just how comfortable they were passing float serves, passing jump serves, and with such little effort, little movement. And I always felt like I was trying so hard to pass well. Like, it took me so much focus, so much tightening, so much like, let me do everything that I can do to make sure that this pass is going to be perfect. And I would freak myself out. And I want to get you guys to the point that I'm at now, where I look at float serves and I just think, it's a joke. It's like, it's so easy to pass float serves now. Like, I don't lose confidence anymore. I don't get shaky. And I know that I have a few bailouts where even if I do get caught a little bit, I can get myself out of a tough float serve just by lifting the ball. So I'm going to take this time right now to just kind of demystify anything that might have to do with passing. If you guys want to ask some questions, totally cool that we're live streaming right now on like 3 or 4 different platforms. And what I want to do is answer all of the things in the chat. So German Hernandez, what's up? Ital, what's up? Relation, what's the best counter to a jump float? And where do I start with retraining my swing? So Gunnar, as far as, I know you have an arm swing question in there, Gunnar, but we're not going to talk about arm swing today. If you do want to fix your arm swing, we have a 21-day program on Better at Beach. And all you have to do is go to betteratbeach.com/coaching. And within that entire program, there's a 21-day fix your arm swing program. That'll start getting you on the right track when it comes to pain and things like that. But that being said, I'm not a doctor or a physical therapist. I've got a ton of experience in it, but I can't rightly tell you, and I probably shouldn't tell you, how to fix it. The only thing I know is that proper swing mechanics, which we teach in that program, proper swing mechanics will lead to healthier shoulders, 100%. And we've had a number of people who said, like, man, when I try to swing the way that you showed me, all of a sudden there's no pain. But today, what we want to talk about is serve receive. So if you want to go and fix your arm swing, betteratbeach.com/coaching. You can sign up and you can start the 21-day program right now. All right. We're getting a lot of people who are joining in the chat. And Kyle Friend is just hanging out with us. Kyle, dude, hit me in the text. I want to know if you want to give some advice. People hear a lot from me, but I know that you played pro. You played against each other. You played at LBU, and I want to hear kind of your takes on a float serve. So Kyle, on Instagram, if you want to join this little thing and just hang out in front of people, let me know. All right. So the first thing, jump floats. Jump floats really aren't that scary, right? It comes from a higher level. You're supposed to be able to hit a jump float serve harder, faster, flatter, lower, but you really can't bring a ton of pace, especially on a men's net. Like on a women's net, jump float serves and float serves are way scarier because it stays right in this midsection area and the ball can drop, so they can put more pace on it. Right, on a women's net, you can hit a float serve faster than you can on a men's net. That being said, there's also the right temperature. There's also the right air feeling for the correct float serve, because there's a certain speed at which a volleyball will float maximally, right? If the wind's behind you, it's just going to carry in a straight line. It's going to be super easy to pass. If the wind's against you, you have the option, because sometimes you won't get maximum float by hitting the maximum pace, right? So it depends on whether you want to put speed pressure on people or whether you want to put just float pressure on people. But if we're passing it, we shouldn't be intimidated whether it's a standing float serve or it's a jump float serve. It's not going to come that much faster, right? One of the things that I use as a bait when I get in trouble for float serve passing, especially, you know, that feeling where it comes kind of like up at your neck. I just like to continue up. What I always used to do is try to aim so that I would be exactly perfect. And when you're like, you see the ball moving like that, your hands kind of move like that and they wiggle in place. And instead, make sure that you have your platform out, and that's a pretty wide platform. So what you don't need is you don't need to be inch for inch perfect when you're passing a float serve. And that's where I think most people get held up. They want to like be exactly like pass on the inflatable nipple on the ball, right? And be perfect. But you don't have to be, because your forearms are pretty wide, right? You've got, I don't know, 5-6 inches, depending on your forearm span. And if you continue to go up, even if you're somewhere within that 4-inch window instead of the 1-inch window, if you have a fluid movement up, the ball's going to carry up, your setter's going to have time. So when you're facing a tough float serve and you start getting necked, so long as you kind of move slowly up and you don't try to adjust for the last 2 seconds of that float serve, you're going to be calmer. You're going to pass more balls well, and you're not going to pull away because you don't feel that instant of, that's the hop I want to take on, or that's the dance that I want to take on with that float. So when you're facing float serves, just continue with a slow, forward moving, slow motion pace up. And I know it's going to be a little bit nerve-wracking, but don't worry about being exactly inch for inch perfect. Stare at the bottom middle of the ball, of course, right? Make sure you track the ball the whole way, but don't try to wiggle your arms and get the exact perfect. Like once you kind of see the general flight, keep your eye on it and have a slow, steady motion up. Okay. A lot of this, and we're going to keep talking about this and we keep referencing it because we just started our Serve Receive Masterclass on betteratbeach.com with our members. So if you're a member, you are probably already at the first meeting. On Tuesdays, what we do is we go through certain drills and I go through a couple of really important lessons. I show you video examples and I show you certain drills that you have to do, right? During that time, we get to ask questions. We get to see different scenarios in game in the Serve Receive Masterclass. And then what we do on Thursday is the drills that I gave you on Tuesday, you're supposed to film them. So right now, Tuesday, which was yesterday, people got 3 drills that they had to record. Okay. And it's up in the library. So if you sign up right now, those drills are up in the library. The video is up on the library, and I can actually give you the link if you guys want the link, but it's betteratbeach.com/passing. If you go to that right now, betteratbeach.com/passing, I'm going to write it in here. .com/passing. What you get, if you go to that video, betteratbeach.com/passing, that's a free video. What I did is I uploaded the first meeting for everybody. Okay, I did it with the group, but I also wanted to introduce all of you to exactly what we're doing. So if you want to check out the very first video of our Serve Receive meeting or our Serve Receive 5-week course, then go to betteratbeach.com/passing. Okay. You'll see our entire first meeting, and it's not too late to join. You can join the membership anytime, but right now we're starting a 5-week serve receive block. So that means that I'm going to be looking at your film. We're also going to have a few coaches who are going to be looking at your film. We're going to give you the drill prescriptions, which means that we're going to show you what drills to do. You're going to record them, and then we're going to give you whatever technical fixes we think are going to get you the most bang for your buck. Right? Some people have different issues with serve receive. Some people let their chest come up. Some people try to be too perfect. Some people try to be too soft. A lot of people hit on their hands instead of on their forearms. And all these problems, we can send you general videos and you can watch them and you can get a lot of tips. But what we do is we actually coach you online. So we take a look at whatever you're doing and we say, okay, this is exactly how you fix it. So if you want to join the first meeting, that's free. That's up on the website right now, betteratbeach.com/passing. You can take a look at the full first meeting, and then you can catch up, because tomorrow is when we start doing our video analysis. And then we got a whole nother 4.5 weeks to get through the serve receive course. So if you want to join that, please, 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 you are more than welcome. Again, betteratbeach.com/passing. We're in the middle of our serve receive course that's starting up right now. Back to a couple of your questions on serving, because again, we got people coming on in the chat here. All right. Best counter for a jump float serve. We already went over that. Any tips on receiving a really hard, flat float serve, like the ones that come at you like a bullet? The best tips that we can give, and we go over this and we give you a bunch of the drills within the course, okay, within that membership. If you see somebody kind of just rifling, the best thing that you can do is look early. And I know that's crazy, but you can pass better with your eyes. You can pass better by looking early. All you want to do is, as soon as that server has the ball, and Karch has been saying this for 3 decades, but as soon as the server has the ball in their hands, start staring at it. Start finding that window. Okay, where are they going to hit it? What part of the ball is going to hit it? Because I know that when defensively I start sucking, in serve receive, I'll shank a couple, but as soon as I'm cued in where I look at the server, I look at the ball for a long time, I can pick up the fight on that and I can fight it off. Most people, when they're float serving, a few things happen. At the very end, their chest picks up, or they try to do some kind of quick movement because they feel like they're not going to hit it in the exact right spot. Look at this. You have all of this space, okay? From, if your platform is shaped right, from the end of your thumbs all the way probably into like the bottom of your bicep, you have all of that space that you can contact the ball, and it can be a good float serve, or sorry, a good float serve pass. But if you're trying to hit it on the exact point, and you just wiggle and kind of like jerk your hands just a little bit, you're going to miss it, and you're not going to have enough power to get it up. So remember that you have a big board, and you don't need to worry about being perfect. And when it's a flat, fast float serve, what you want to do is pick it up really early with your eyes. Pick it up as early as you possibly can, right? And then set your platform up as early as you can, okay? You don't want your hands to come together late and splash and never have contact, right? Have a nice, steady, slow-moving platform that you can really get going. The dragon metaphor from the email. Okay. Oh, is that? Hey, Lori. So I just sent out an email to our email list, and to the people who are on our email list, I sent them the #1 tip that I ever got from a coach, and it was actually John Dezay, who's worked with a lot of incredible athletes. I'm not going to list his credentials, but incredible coach, and I got to work with him just in serving. And what I was doing was that kind of big mistake where I just said, I pulled my arms up and I tried to be perfect, and at the very end I felt like I wasn't perfect, so I'd make quick, fast, late moves to the ball. When you pull your chest up like this, that is also going to affect your arms, so you're not going to have a perfect pass there, right? Or at the very end, again, you're going to make this late, quick movement, and that's not what you want to do, okay? You want to be steady. So because I was pulling back, pulling away from the ball, trying to be perfect, trying to match, like if it floated in the last 6 inches, I would try to move to it. He said, listen, keep your rib tucked, stay down, and stay forward. And when I started doing that, what I started doing was like kind of imagining my body in like a shell, right? Where I stayed stiff and I couldn't move my torso. I couldn't pull out of it like that. When I started stabbing down like this, just staying in, staying forward and not pulling or slapping at the ball late or trying to be perfect. When I started doing that, all of a sudden my passing saw an immediate upgrade. So part of that, what I translate it to into play for my players is keep your rib tucked. That's something that you really want to do, right? Keep your head down. Keep your shoulders curled forward. Don't let yourself open up like this. And that's going to all be for better passes. Okay. And we go over all of these and we do drills for every one of these in our serve receive masterclass, which is starting, well, it started yesterday, but if you go to betteratbeach.com/passing, you'll be able to see the very first meeting and you'll be able to join and do whatever the drill homework that we have. So the homework that we have right now, people are just for the next 2 days or for yesterday and today, all they had to do was video themselves passing a ball, a few topspin balls, a few float serves, and just back and forth passes with a partner. Because when you post it to our private Facebook group, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at that in the video analysis section, which is happening on Thursdays. So on Tuesdays, we do a little teaching, we do a little Q&A and some film work. And then on Thursdays, that's when we dive into people's actual movement. So we're going to be giving coaching to actual movement for the people who film their courses. Okay. We have another question that's coming in from YouTube. So do you need to receive the ball squared up, or is that not needed? So I don't necessarily know what you mean by squared up, Tony, but what you want to do to initially is make sure that you face the server. So your toes, your chest, everything, you should be facing the server just to start. Okay. Now, do you need to have your shoulders like staying on the net? No, because actually if we have a high and outside, or if we get served up here, we don't want to tomahawk it. We want to step out of the way. So Gomez Square did a lot of studies early on with passing midline versus passing outside your body. And then on beach volleyball, the Dutch actually did another study that showed where people are most successful in passing float serves. And they actually found that outside body passing, which we do a lot of work on in the course, outside body passing for float serves led to better passes. Now, why is that? Why is there like maybe a difference between indoor and outdoor? Well, indoor, as soon as it comes up here, you can just use your hands. So all of a sudden that becomes an easier pass, right? But if you do this and you kind of flip it, yes, you can legally tomahawk and there's a chance that you have control. But if I told you to pass back and forth with your partner for 10 minutes and keep it alive, you might have a chance. If I told you to tomahawk back and forth with your partner and keep it alive, you're not going to survive that drill, right? So when you're forced to tomahawk and serve receive, you're losing your number one control item. And so you have to be able to pass float serves outside your body. And then look at how much windowage we have out here. In here, there's only a couple angles, so your feet need to be moving quickly and fast. But outside your body, you can actually make a lot of micro changes. So squared up, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, Tony, but if you face the server, face wherever they are, you face them, and then you angle your platform to the middle, you're going to be in a good spot. Ital, we just went over that. What do I do if the ball's coming at my neck and I feel like scooting back or jumping up? That is a big part of what we do with drop steps. So we have a huge lesson with drop steps. Again, if you want to check out the first meeting and then get your video homework, you can join right now, and I'll actually see you in your videos tomorrow live at the meeting, where you're going to be on camera. You're going to be talking to me, asking the question instead of just going through text messages and social media comments here. But if you go to betteratbeach.com/passing, you're going to see that first video, and you're going to get your video homework, and you're going to be able to film whatever you need to film so that we can work together starting tomorrow, Thursday. Okay. But you want to use the drop step, Ital. And if you don't know what the drop step is, We do have a couple videos on YouTube for serve receive passing, but we go over really in depth in the passing course. And you can find that betteratbeach.com/passing or betteratbeach.com/coaching, because that's just the general sign up page. But I want you to see the very first video. I'm giving that to everybody for free. I just uploaded it. So everybody gets access to the first meeting of the serve receive course. And I want you guys to check it out so that you know what it's like. Okay. Dr. Tim said how to receive a hard spike or service. Again, the key is looking at the ball very early. Okay. Lining up your angles, lining up your platforms very early. If your hands, your forearms, your angles aren't ready, then you're going to make a macro move to the ball. You're going to be screwed. Okay. So we have a full week of how to receive topspin, full week of how to receive floats. And then we also get into absorption drills, like learning how to control the extra hard ones. And we do that all in the serve receive masterclass. Okay. Raphael, how do I stop tensing up during my positioning before passing? Just get stuck so often. It's kind of funny. I get it. You know, I understand tensing up in serve receive and you're feeling sticky. You got a garbage truck out back. One of the big and important things is you have to go through a process of feeling a little bit robotic where you're going to be stiff. And that's going to help you stay forward. It's going to help your shoulders roll forward. It's going to help your rib cage stay back so that you have space. You want a lot of space between your hands and your hips. So it's okay to be tense, right? And have it firm. But you don't want to squeeze. There's a difference between firm and tense. Okay, you want firmness in your serve receive, and you don't want to be nervous. And again, like a lot of the tension comes from trying to be perfect. Having the confidence of knowing that you've been through the reps, knowing that you know what you should do in every situation, because every serve presents a different, unique situation, and we go over all of those in the course. But every serve has a different situation. And if you don't actually know, oh, that's what I should do in that situation, instead of just making it up, so many people just make it up, right? Imagine learning math and not having a textbook, right? You just kind of keep doing math and you find your own way. We wouldn't get very far if no one taught anybody. So if you're out there and you're playing and you're competing and it's summertime, right? So I know you guys want to do well in your tournaments. We can coach you. We can help you do better. And I guarantee that after 5 weeks of serve receive training with us, with all the video work and all the analysis, you're going to be set. You're going to have so much better passing and your offense. Oh, look at that. Good catch, dude. And your offense is going to upgrade. How does your offense upgrade just because you're a better passer? That's an easy question, right? It's as soon as your setter's more under control, they give you better sets. As soon as you're in a better position to hit and the ball's in front of you, your offense is going to upgrade. So if you want to spike better, learn how to pass better. Period. All right. Marianne, how do you shank less? I would dare you to come to betteratbeach.com/passing and start filming, because that question can be in depth, and that's why we're going to spend the next 5 weeks with it. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in upgrading your serve receive and being calm and getting confidence and feeling like that easy flowing. I mean, we can all think about the best passer we know, right? Like, who's the best passer you know, and do they make it look easy? There might be like an open person in your neighborhood, a guy or girl that just sticks everything and then also makes it look really easy. That's where I want to bring you guys. So how do you shank less? Take the course. betteratbeach.com/passing. All right. In your float serve YouTube video, you explain really well how to float serve, but the dead drop version was not explained how to nail that. Okay, we're not going Ed Ware guy. We're not going to go over serving in this video because I really want to talk about the serve receive. That's what we're working on for the next 5 weeks, and that's where I want to make sure people are queuing into. All right. But if you want to learn more about serving and when to serve specific balls, the technique for the, one, two, three, four different types of float serves, 4 different types of standing float serves. We cover that in our serving course. Again, if you go to betteratbeach.com/coaching, you can check that out. Jordan Ivanko, just want to say thank you for your YouTube videos. Brought some light and some key corrections needed to make a better serving and setting. Hey, I really appreciate that, Jordan. Thank you for saying thank you. Those YouTube videos we just started, now they're kind of pulling people into courses, and we want to be able to work with you more one-on-one and see your videos. But the videos came about because we knew that there wasn't easily accessible, clear, good, high-level information for enough people. It's pretty difficult to find a really great volleyball coach. And we wanted to make it a lot more accessible for a lot more players. So Jordan, I appreciate you. Thank you for saying thank you. Volser, I am going to the Pottstown Rumble. I'm going to play with Cody Caldwell. So I'm getting on a flight tomorrow. And if you guys are in Pottstown, Pennsylvania this weekend, I will see you there. And I'm going to try to live stream as much as possible. But I know that they'll have their own live stream set up and going. Gunnar said, start passing when you're young. That's the best way to get good. Yeah, of course. Why? Because, the more you see a situation, the calmer you stay, and the more detailed moves you can make without thinking about them. All right. What can I do to not get out of breath during volleyball sessions, says Nighttime. Nighttime, to not get out of breath during volleyball sessions, first, you got to do your conditioning. Without that, there's not much to say, right? You need to get your sand legs. You got to play on the beach as much as possible. You want to prepare in a way that is game-like, but slightly above game-like. There is an Instagram post recently, I forget who it was, maybe Squat University, but he said that if you only go to a certain depth or to a certain mobility, like when we're doing overhead squats, if you're only comfortable doing overhead squats out wide, but you can't do an overhead squat from in here, then you're only comfortable at the range that you're operating at. So if you only practice at a tempo that's going to make you exactly game-like, then if it pushes slightly beyond game-like, or it's too hot, or you play in like low oxygen environments, like you go to Salt Lake City and you start playing there with lower oxygen, you're not really going to be comfortable in that position. You don't want game-like conditions to be your max, the farthest that you go. You want to make sure that you're pushing well beyond that, not too far beyond that, but well beyond that so that you're comfortable at that rate. A lot of people also don't breathe during their skills, and we do go over a specific breathing rate and how to control your pre-serve routine pre-serve receive routine. And if you don't have a pre-serve receive routine, in our 4th and 5th meeting, I think we go through that in our serving program, or serve receive program. So if you're looking for that, betteratbeach.com/passing, I give you the first free video. So you have the first meeting that you can watch for free, and it gives you the videos that you need to take so that you're ready to join us as we go along with the course. So betteratbeach.com/passing. I just posted the first meeting. You guys can have it, and I give the video homework there. And if you join today, then you can join our meeting tomorrow, and we can start looking at your passing, or you can see me correct 6, 7, 8, 9 other players and their little details. So if you're the type of person who learns by watching other people learn, and a lot of people do that, they love, and our videos are proof of that, because some of our most watched videos are the ones where we are coaching somebody, like step by step, doing a private lesson. We get the most views on that. So there are a lot of people who learn like that. And so just by being in the course, even if you don't want to video your own passing, just watching me and my other coaches coach other people on their technique and their mechanics in serve receive, you're going to get a lot out of that. Okay, I'm scrolling down through the comments here. Keep them coming. Thanks for talking to me. Now, are you familiar with that quick stutter step jump people do before serve receive? Thoughts on it, doing it at low levels. So Tony, I think you're talking about like a kind of like a split step where you step and you hop, right? We get that a lot from tennis. Tennis is proven again and again that like the split step, constantly moving feet is going to make you a little bit faster, but there's a different rhythm in volleyball. And there's no proof yet that either one is better, the split stop or just holding your ground, because it's technically difficult. So this is like the difference that we go through when we're lifting, right? Do we want to teach Olympic lifting, or can we get the same benefits just doing like jump squats or just taking a hex bar and just jumping up and down with it instead of doing a full Olympic lift? Well, there's a lot of technical complication that comes with the split step. Do you need it? Still unfounded. So experiment with it. Spend a day doing your split step and serve receive. Make sure it's right before contact, okay? So that you can use your plyometric effect to move to the next one. But then spend a day just being completely still, right? Some people get stuck when they're completely still, but some people completely mistime it when they're doing the split step. And then you're worried about the timing of your split step instead of just tracking the ball. So, you know, you can make your own assessment on that, and we give you both ways in the serve receive course. Hello from Spain, Hugo, Romero, Rico. Thank you guys for all the good content. Hey, thank you, Hugo. Appreciate that. We do work really hard on it. He's focused on court, and it's helped me going a lot further when it comes to the beach. That's good. Yeah, a lot of our serve receive. So there's, for the people who are out there like with their, who are indoor and they're wondering if this is going to be a good passing course for them, I promise you that it's a labor of love, and it's a labor that came from my own pains, knowing that like my float serve receiving was really subpar even as a professional, and that I had to work on it steadily. So if I had been the passer that I am now after working with all the beach coaches on float serve receiving, if I had been that when I was playing pro indoor, I would have been a much more effective player, right? So if you're playing indoor and you're wondering if this is a good serve receive course, what do you have to lose by listening to really high level detailed information and watching video analysis of people's techniques in serve receive? Remember that because we do these in the meetings and because we record everything, you guys have all the time in the world to really understand the movements and then try to mimic them, instead of seeing a movement on YouTube or seeing like how a pro looks when they do it and then making up the reason in your own head. We'll show you what we're actually thinking about. Okay. Happy imagination, Vilawu. So glad I discovered your videos when I started to practice volleyball in April in Montreal. Awesome. Happy to help you out. Happy imagination. Thank you for saying thank you. Appreciate that. You're welcome. How about serve receive versus good line servers? That always gets me. Yeah, Tony, people who serve down the line, I mean, that's one of the most effective serves, right? A line to line, meaning line up on the sideline, serve straight down that same sideline. It's a really difficult pass to get because you usually have to move forward. You have to move out as you're bringing in an angle back into the court. So it's a really effective serve if you want to use it. Like you could bank on a line-to-line serve consistently if you get really good at it. You need great footwork, and you need great angling, and you need great balance. So with all of this serve receive stuff that lays inside the course, we're giving you a lot of agility and strength drills, which are going to be really important. And in the first meeting, again, if you go to betteratbeach.com/passing, in the very beginning, I give you an agility passing drill that is going to help you get better at serve receiving balls that come down the. So even if you don't join the program, you don't join the membership, and we don't work together, if you take that drill that I posted on betterbeach.com/passing, if you do that drill, you're going to be a more agile passer. Promise you. So go check it out. Seven Wonders. Hi from France. Hi. When you spike the ball, do you watch the ball or the field or the court? In English, we would say the court. I often miss the ball too early or too late. So we go over, that's more of a hitting question, and we're not going to talk about hitting today, Seven Wonders. But if you want a full attacking and arm swing course. We're going to go through it live as soon as we're done with the serve receive. So this entire summer, if you stick with us for the entire summer, we're going to serve receive, then we're going to setting, learning how to set in beach volleyball. Then we're going to attack design, offensive design, and then we're getting into specific fix your arm swing stuff. So by the end of this summer and early fall, we will have covered everything you could possibly want to know about beach volleyball offense. Serve receive, positioning, what to do in the wind, how to reposition yourself, who should take left, who should take right, who should take the middle ball, because it's not as simple as you think. How to protect those sideline serves, like we said, Tony. All of that's going to be covered throughout this entire summer. So if you join right now, by the end of this summer, you're going to be twice the offensive player you were, period. And that's a third time I said period. But trust me when I tell you that if you haven't had a regular coach, this is going to be the best thing that you've ever done. Okay. And I wish I had it. I wish I had it growing up, but instead I made it. Okay. Now, Ital wanted to say thank you. It's my first season. I can already float, serve, set, and receive with ease. I appreciate all you have taught me. Ital, really appreciate that. Would love to see you in the membership, but if you're all about the YouTube videos, keep going, man. Keep rocking, and let me know in the comments on the YouTube channel or on my Instagram if you're winning. I want to hear about big wins or fixes that you made because of a YouTube video that led to a win. I love hearing about that stuff. All right. Motor neurons, mirror neurons are powerful. Yes, they are. Merci. You're welcome. How do you say you're welcome in French? I know merci is thank you. Merci. C'est bon? C'est bon? Like it's good. That's pretty much all I know in French. Okay. That is all I want to talk about today, guys. Unless you have any other questions, I want you to head to betteratbeach.com/passing. We posted the very first meeting. So totally for free. You guys can check out what it's like to be in that meeting. Of course, if you join the membership, you would be there live, so you could ask any questions you want. We can interact together, and you can post all of your videos, because I'm going to give you drill prescriptions, things that you need to do and things that you need to film each week, and then we're going to go over the video analysis of it later in the week. So go ahead, betteratbeach.com/passing. If you want to know what the rest of the program is about, the entire membership, betteratbeach.com/coaching, and that'll tell you everything that's involved, because that membership doesn't only come with serve receive, it comes with 11 different courses. That's a lot of volleyball packed in, but right now you can choose to do whatever you want. So if you want to do the hitting course, cool. If you want to do the fix your arm swing course, great, because if you got a tough shoulder, if you've got pain in your shoulder, it's usually coming from your mechanics, and that's why I would highly, highly, highly recommend our Fix Your Arm Swing in 21 Days course. That's in the membership as well. But what we're doing is, as a group, we're going through one course at a time. So if you don't want to do serve receive right now, but you're like, no, all I need to know is attacking and arm swing, then you get the membership and you start that course on your own, and you can still film your videos, post them into the private group, and we still go over them on Thursdays. So I want you guys to check that out if you want to learn setting. So we have the course is involved in the entire program. Serve, receive, and passing. Setting, we go over a lot of hand setting. If you're ever like nervous or antsy about hand setting, I guarantee you that after 30 days with us of doing all of the hands drills, if you follow along with it step by step, you're not even going to be nervous to hand set. So we go over passing, setting, we go over attacking, offensive design, which includes like shot selection, how to have an offensive strategy, how to pick an offensive strategy that actually works for you. Because most people try to pick an offensive strategy that doesn't even fit their body, doesn't even fit their mechanics, and that doesn't make sense at all. Then we go into fix your arm swing, Okay, that course is also available, Fix Your Arm Swing in 21 Days. Then we go into our serve course, which involves a lot of serve strategy and how to push teams around to force them into the positions that you need them to be in so that you can win more points. Then after that, we go into the Ultimate Defender, and that's a 2-month packed course. That is like everything every defender needs to know so that you can not only get more digs, but you can make players hit to you so that you can develop a defensive strategy that's going to win tournaments. That's what you want to look for. After that, we also have the blocking and peeling course. We spend about 5 weeks doing blocking and peeling. That's important because some people just, they would ignore a blocking course because they're like, well, I'm not a blocker. And most people block too much. I'm not going to lie to you. Most people block way too much for the level that they're at, for the stature that they're at, for the height of the other team, the athleticism of the other team. Most people, if you want to win a B tournament, you do not have to block. If you want to win an A tournament, you do not have to block. You need ball control and you need great defensive positioning. But I'm telling you right now, to win a B in an A tournament, you do not want to block. You just got to take the blocking and peeling course so that you know how to protect the net, so that you don't lose on other people's mistakes, their oversets and everything. And you don't give them a free court to hit at because you got a little tiny blocker up there. And so you're giving them all the space in the world to shoot a high line or shoot a cut shot. And no defender can catch up to that consistently, right? Unless you have a 7-foot blocker, that's when you want that person to stay up and really like make somebody go higher. But if you're only getting this much over the net, you're not a blocker. Sorry, get out of there. We go over that in that part of the course. After that, of course, we have our 60-day max vertical program. So max vertical program takes you 60 days. You go through mobility, you go through balance, we go through a lot of agility, go through plyometrics and strength development. Okay. You can put that program on reset whenever you want, which means that you should go through it multiple times, because you can't just have a new vertical after 60 days and never work out again, right? It's about consistency. So we'll show you the right workouts to do specifically for workout program, and it's not specifically for volleyball, and you want to win tournaments, you have no excuses. You should sign up for it. Because if you're doing the wrong workouts, like I was doing early on, like I was doing football workouts and hypertrophy workouts, getting myself big, they made me slow, they made me weak, and they made my shoulders hurt. And now that I'm doing volleyball specific exercises faster, I feel whippier, I'm lighter, which means there's less pressure on my low back. So that's included. We also have how to build a practice. That's another course that we have inside there. And then finally, we have more than 50. I think we have 53 plans ready and built. So we have 33 that are written, and then we have 20 full videoed practice plans, which means that you can go through and say like, well, I want to do a passing practice today. We're going to take you every minute, every step of the way through an entire passing practice and what drills you should do, including the warm-ups, so that you can have a great practice and you can just put it on autopilot. Because there's nothing worse than standing around 4 people wondering what we should do next, and then everybody just kind of gives up and says, well, let's just play. And then you don't get to work on anything, you don't improve. So I don't want to do that either, right? That's where the practice plans comes in, and that's just kind of a bonus that people love. But where most people see the most improvement in our courses, like people who have never hand set in their lives are now hand setting in matches. We have any number of testimonials saying gain 3 inches, gain 4 inches, gain 5 inches on our vertical. We have all of that inside that membership, but the most that you get out is being able to work with us, is being able to film yourself, filming the right drills from the right angles. You get to see yourself, and then you get to use us as a resource so that we can help you improve and enjoy the game a lot more, take bigger steps, right? It's what's the game? Winning a lot. That makes it a lot more fun. But when you have more control, more control is going to lead to more wins, and it's summer to start beating whoever you beat. So I hope you join the membership. Okay, if you want to join the serve receive part, the very first meeting is live and recorded, betteratbeach.com/passing. Go to that, check it out. It's the first meeting we got. That's on the arm, so you can click to the link from there. Yes, I'm playing Pottstown Samdaman. If you just want to check out the entire course, the entire membership and like everything that's involved in it, just go to betteratbeach.com/coaching. So those are the only 2 links that you guys need. I'll post them right here, and you can check out both links if you want. betteratbeach.com/coaching. betteratbeach.com/passing. Okay, you guys can check those out for Instagram. I'm going to get those on the comments too. www.betteratbeach.com/coaching. Posting that. If you guys are interested, come on. I want to see your videos. I want to see you passing, and I want to help you upgrade your passing. And this betteratbeach.com/passing, that's going to be where you can get the first meeting for free. Okay. So hope you guys like this little presentation. Hope I was able to provide some stuff. And if you have any questions, go ahead and message us. You can message us at support@betteratbeach.com. You can comment on any of my social media, anything like that. All right. Not without further ado, but I'm out of here. You guys got any more questions? Last little questions? No? All good. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Mark. You got a great name. Keep it up. And guys, if you're going to Pottstown, I will see you at Pottstown this weekend. Pottstown, Pennsylvania. I'll see you there. Have a great day.